They placed their dead grandmother in the freezer, then bought food to pile on top of her until she was hidden away. Only then did they feel safe. As long as no one knew Grandma was dead, they could keep fraudulently collecting her pension. One day when he went to collect the money, the clerk said Grandma hadn't been seen in ages and they wanted to visit to confirm. He lied that Grandma was very ill and couldn't get out of bed, but they didn't believe him. Realizing the secret was about to be exposed, he rushed home. They immediately pulled Grandma out of the freezer. She'd been frozen too long, feeling like ice to the touch. There was no time to let her thaw gradually. Meanwhile, Mike from the pension office was already outside. They had no choice. They propped Grandma up at the table, pretending she was playing cards. But Grandma remained motionless, immediately catching Mike's attention. A look of suspicion crossed his face. To distract him, he pushed Mike upstairs, deliberately acting overly friendly. Just then, the lights suddenly went out. He went downstairs to check the power, only to see Mike rummaging through the freezer. He rushed over in panic, but luckily the food was covered, and the secret remained undiscovered. The next evening, he inquired about the consequences of pension fraud. Mike replied, "It's serious. You'll have to repay double the amount, and if the circumstances are severe, you could even go straight to jail." It suddenly dawned on him. They had kept Grandma frozen for 3 whole years. Prison seemed inevitable. Realizing the gravity of their situation, they decided to quietly bury Grandma. They wrapped her up tightly, then placed her in the car. Preparing to take her to the cemetery, suddenly, another car blocked their path. An elderly man stepped out. He claimed to be Grandma's first love, having waited for her for a month. Having not seen her once, he began to suspect something had happened to her. He lied that Grandma had gone on a trip, and the old man issued a warning. If he didn't see her by the next day, he would call the police. To buy time, the next day, he had his sister help him apply makeup. Dressed up to look like Grandma, he went to meet the old man. The moment the old man saw him, he was instantly captivated. Incredibly, the man even reached out to touch him. He quickly made up an excuse and sent the man away. Just then, Mike appeared again. Mike knew nothing about the pension scam. This time, he'd come only to confess his feelings. Mike had no idea that the old woman sitting before him was actually him. To evade Mike, he had no choice but to feign stomach pain and flee in haste. They realized they couldn't delay any longer. Grandma had to be dealt with, so they wrapped her up again, stuffed her into the trunk, and planned to bury her that night. But disaster struck on the road. The trunk hadn't locked properly, and Grandma's body was flung straight out of the car.